All right, hey VC, how you doing? My name is Jamie. Thanks again for stopping by. I got some recent albums to show you, but first off, we're going to do a little experiment. It's what I like to call the Matt Hayes experiment. If you are a subscriber to Matt Hayes, a YouTube channel, and if you don't, you really should because it's an absolutely terrific channel. He did a recent, well, not experiment, but he showed you how to keep an album still in the shrink without damaging the shrink. Yeah, so we're going to do that according to his video because it really struck me. I'd never seen anything quite like this, as opposed to just, getting a knife or some sort of file and then opening it along. So we're going to do it with an album I just picked up, Joni Mitchell's Blue. And I've had this on CD, but never owned a vinyl copy. Joni Mitchell's absolutely classic album. And this is a reissue, but made in Germany through Warner Music Manufacturing Europe. And picked this up for a decent price. And so we're going to keep the shrink on since it's just a single album, and it's basically a way to open this without using like a file or a knife or something like that. So you use your pants, your jeans. So basically what he recommends, and I watched the video again before I did this, so we'll see if this works. He recommends kind of making sure that you sort of, here, I'll get up and do this here, that you sort of made sure that all the contents are there, and then you basically take it, and then you're sort of rubbing it along, and he recommends denim jeans for this. And it's about 10 to 20 seconds of just kind of going back and forth. Again, we'll make sure that that's all like that, and then it sort of just kind of opens up like that. So we'll see if this works. So here we go. Oh, it does feel almost warm already. So there we go. We're doing that, and yes, it does see it. Okay, it has opened up a little bit already. There you go. It didn't take long, really. It might have gone too long, so then it opens up just a little bit, and there you have it. The Matt Hayes experience worked. The experiment worked. So there you go. We'll open it up. Joni Mitchell's classic Blue album. And, oh, very nice. And, yeah, it opens on the top, but the lyrics are like on the side like that. And just what a beautiful album. And as we mentioned, such an influential album. Okay, very nice. So look forward to putting this on the turntable. And congratulations, Matt, it works. Well done. So I'll have to leave a link for Matt's video so you can see how he does it. But it works. It just takes a couple of seconds. It almost warms up pretty quickly there on your leg there when you're doing that. But it actually does work, and it keeps it nicely and generally nicely still in the shrink. And there you go. Okay. A successful experiment. That's great. Okay, let's take a look at some albums I've picked up. How about The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, Chrissie Hynde. What a great album from 1983 on Sire Records. I mean, when you kick it off with Middle of the Road, what a rockin' tune. Back in the Chain Gang, great song. And then 2,000 Miles, that's become quite a Christmas favorite. But it's a great album overall. And it's kind of the sleeve still intact. Nice to see. And even a nice picture on the label. Okay, Pretenders. Certainly so many great Yes albums, but I still think this is really one of the kind of overlooked gems in the Yes catalog. Yes Relayer. This is where Patrick Moraz came into the fold, replacing Rick Wakeman. This is a gatefold. And so you there still have a pretty classic lineup with Chris Squire, Steve Howe, John Anderson, Alan White, and Patrick Moraz. But just a couple of tracks on this album. Really just, how many? Is it just 3? Yeah, just 3 tracks on this album. But absolutely terrific. Steve Howe's playing is great. Chris Squire's playing is great. This didn't come with a sleeve, which was nice to see. But yeah, kind of an overlooked, I think a real overlooked gem in the Yes catalog. This one gets kind of forgotten about. But a really good album. Okay, another blast from the 70s. I remember seeing this band in things like Circus Magazine or Cream Magazine back in the day, like back in the 70s, those rock and roll magazines, and had never really heard much of their music or never had owned any of their albums, but I found this used, the band Angel. And what's significant about Angel is that they were on the same label as Kiss, on the Casablanca label, and this album was produced by Eddie Kramer, who produced a number of Kiss records. And overall, it's not bad. I can see why Angel was never a huge hit. I mean, it's rocking, but there's nothing that really connects. Interesting cover, and I didn't know when you look at Angel that it's the same when you flip it upside down too. Didn't know that. But yeah, as I say, overall, it's not bad. On the same label as Kiss, and reportedly Gene Simmons discovered this band. But yeah, they never really came into their own sort of thing. But yeah, so there you go. Angel on Heaven as It Is on Earth, and this came out in 1977, produced by Eddie Kramer. Yeah, either any which way you want to do it. There you go. Okay. And another overlooked gem, not everybody's favorite, but overall I really like this album, Elton John's Blue Moves, a double album of music. Now, he did a double album before this, certainly a Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which was a lot more successful, and certainly double albums of all new music can be a tough sell. It's a lot of music, a lot of information, that sort of thing. But overall, I think this is really a nice album, and it's got some lovely songs like Tonight. Also, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Like any Elton John, there's always a few songs you can do without, sort of thing. But overall, I think it's a worthy endeavor, sort of thing. Double album. And this came with the original cardboard sleeves, which I was pretty pleased with. Nice pictures of Bernie Taupin there. And then on the Rocket Records label. So there's that. And then more serious Bernie Taupin there. And there you go. But overall, it's a nice album. As I recall, it was George Michael who was always a big fan of this record. Elton John, Blue Moves. Love the cover too. And love the gatefold with it. Okay, there you go. There's that. Something a little different. I had heard of these guys, really didn't know too much about them. Saw this in Thrift Store of Value Village, and so I took a chance. Chaz and Dave Joblot. These guys are kind of best described as pub rock, almost music hall style. I thought it was seeing a number of guitars on the cover, so I thought I'd take a chance. Overall, it's kind of fun. They released a number of albums over the years, and I believe it was Chaz who passed away just last year. So yeah, Chaz and Dave from the UK, and this was on their own label, and sort of, I don't know, pub music and sort of rock and cockney, so they came up with the label of Rockney. Sort of thing. It's fun, nothing too serious. Enjoyable overall. But yeah, Chaz and Dave. Yeah, and as I say, for used in one of the thrift stores, it's in very good condition. Plays great. Okay, and got time for one more. Certainly an artist trying to get into a little bit more. I know a lot of his solo albums are great. Obviously enjoyed his work with Purple Heron, but Robin Trower and Bridge of Sighs. This album really cooks. I mean, the playing on this album is just amazing. And this is on the great Chrysalis label. And this is Robin's second or third album. But I think this is the one that really kind of got his name out there, post Purple Heron. But yeah, really, really great album overall. Tremendous playing. Okay, and as we mentioned on the Chrysalis label, there and there. Okay, so that is going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much for dropping by. My jeans are intact after the Matt Hayes experiment, and we'll show you that again. So yeah, it worked. There you go. opened up nicely, and it works. So congratulations, Matt. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Again, thank you again so much for dropping by. Always appreciate it, and we'll chat again very soon, and hope you and yours are very well. So we'll talk again. Take care. Bye-bye.